Hey everyone, do you want to crochet with me while I talk about how I'm going to complete my 2025 goals and what I'm going to do once I complete them? So I created this bingo card so I can make certain that I could do all the things that I wanted to do this year. And I know, at least for me, I am very ambitious and I know that I have a ton of things that I want to do. So here it goes. First on the list is I want to read 12 books in 3 months. Actually, I have a kind of a side bonus here, which is read 52 books in a year. I want to attend a drawings in the galleries event at my local art museum. They host an event where you can just show up and they just set up these easels and these pencils and paper. So you can kind of just draw whatever you see in the museum. And I've always wanted to do it. And I just think that, this year is the year. It's something that I can do. I want to make a project bag for myself. I know that a project bag would be really helpful because, as you see with this product right here, I have a smaller bag, but if it's anything bigger, like if I want to make a sweater, which I do want to do, I want to be able to make certain that it all fits in one bag. The next thing I want to do is make a latch hook tapestry. I have this idea of using this picture that I took while I was in Germany with Mr. Collaborative. And I think that it would make a stunning piece on the back of our couch. So I want to be able to do that. I also want to make a ceramic wall hanging piece. I've done some tiles at a different clay studio, but I want to make my own and see how that goes. Right now, I've actually got some rudimentary drawings that I think I can use as a guide so that I can make certain that I make something in the style that I want. And that style would be looking at all the native Michigan plants and seeing what looks good. In addition to that, I want to create a budget and follow it. I want to make a sculptural piece to commemorate one of my loved ones. I want to sew clothing from fabric that I already have. I know it's so tempting to just go ahead and buy new fabric and buy patterns, but the reality of the matter is I've got fabric downstairs. I've got zippers. I've got a pattern. I just need to sit down and actually do it. I also have these ideas for a phase one and phase two for a Python program that I want to run. I want to be able to keep track of all the crafts that I'm doing. And the best way I think I could do that is by creating my own program. And then plus, it allows me to learn something new, which I always love to do. Next on my list, I want to write in my journal twice a week for 90 days. I know in the past year, I really wrote in my journal when I wasn't feeling well, and it was really, really helpful. But I also want to remember the days that I just really enjoyed hanging out with Mr. Collaborative and hanging out with my friends. So I did that, or I put that on my list. I also want to crochet a dress. And I also want to attend a fiber group meeting. I know for me, I'm always a little bit nervous doing things in front of people, especially with this fiber group. I'm just imagining these amazing fiber artists. And while I'm sure they're all very, very nice, they're more experienced than me in what I'm doing. So I'm a little bit nervous being there, but I think I should go. And I think it's awesome to be able to just learn from people who have done something for a long time. So I think attending a fiber group meeting this year would be really good. Aside from that, I want to create my own crochet pattern. I've kind of already done that a little bit when I made this card wallet holder that I did, but I think that I should write it down, and there are some tweaks that I want to do. So I want to perfect that, and then maybe just create my own crochet pattern. I think that'd be a cool thing to do. I also want to use thrifted clothes to make another outfit. I see a lot of things that I think look really nice, or maybe they would look nice if they're put together in different ways. So I think that I want to try repurposing things and putting it into something new. And I know that it will stretch what my capabilities as a seamstress because it's something I've never done before, but I think I can do it if I put my head to it. I also want to make candles and create 12 YouTube videos, as this is my first one, so hopefully y'all like it. But I think that creating one YouTube video a month would be good. In addition to that, I want to write a 10,000 word or fewer short story. I've always had this idea in the back of my mind of creating a book or writing a book one day. So I think it would be nice if I was able to do that. I want to knit a pillow. I've got this kit upstairs, honestly, that I want to work on. I just haven't done it yet. So I figured if I tie it to my bingo card, I'll actually get it done. I want to go to an art gallery reception. I really like art, as you can probably imagine from all the crafts that I do. And I just want to see what an art reception is like and see and meet the artists that are part of that opening and just see some amazing art and meet some cool people. I want to sell my goods at a market. Honestly, I've been making a lot and my house is getting a little full. So I want to sell some of the stuff that I make and hopefully that y'all will like it and buy it, so that it's not in my house. Because I love making things, but I only have so much space in my house for me to put things. I also want to walk 2 miles a day for 90 days. Health is really important to me, and I found that my health is so good when I walk at least 2 miles a day. So I just want to create that habit, which is why I have it for 90 days. I also want to crochet a sweater. I've got a lot of yarn, and I know that I want to do this pattern over here. So I think that I'll be able to do that, and I'll probably do that in the next month or so while it's still cold in my area, because it was 20 degrees today, and it's a little cold right now. In addition to that, I want to attend a watercolor class. I have a bunch of watercolor materials because I really like it, but I want to get better at it. And I know there are a bunch of YouTube videos, but I also think it's good to just do things in person every once in a while. So I want to take a watercolor class just to learn from someone in person, so I can ask questions and things and get more of an immediate response. Last but not least, I want to host a craft get together for my friends. I had this idea of doing a indigo dyeing workshop last year, but unfortunately I could not figure out how to extract the indigo dye from my indigo plants that we were growing. So I have to tweak that a little bit, or maybe I can do something else with dried flowers that I've been growing and saving. So we'll see. I think it'll be hopefully sometime in the spring or summer when people are more available and the weather is nice outside. But it's something that I think will be nice. So bingo is all about prizes. So you're probably wondering, what prizes am I going to get this year? Or am I going to do if I get a bingo? So I came up with 6 prizes, and I know bingo is typically 5 prizes, depending on if you're waiting for a complete bingo card. So my first prize is for myself is if I complete the first bingo, I'll get patterns from Linda Skuja. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. I've been seeing her patterns around a lot, and I just love the patterns and the sweater patterns, and I think that they look really, really cool. In addition to that, I'm going to do a Tunisian crochet class. It's just something that looks interesting to me, and I want to take a class just to see what it's like. I want to take a mosaics class as well. I've always thought mosaics were interesting, and I really appreciate them when I see them. So I thought it would be nice if I took a mosaics class just to learn what that process is like. Then on my 4th bingo, I want to do a spa day. So I'll look up a local spa and just treat myself to a nice, relaxing day. Probably get some massages, my nails done, and whatever else that I want to do as for my relaxing day. Next up, I want to do a stained glass class. Say that 3 times fast. Stained glass class. So I want to do a stained glass class. That's another, I want to say hobby, but it's another craft, another artist, another art. It's another art that I think looks interesting, and it's a little expensive, so that's why it's, on my further down on my prize list. But I think it would be cool if I could make some stained glass art. Okay, and last but not least, if I hit all of the bingos and my bonuses, so my bonuses are read 52 books in a year, knit a sweater, and make 12 watercolor paintings, I'm just gonna buy whatever fabric or yarn I need for my dream project. Do I know what this dream project is yet? No, not at all. But I know that it's probably going to be expensive, and I think if I hit all of my goals this year, I should do it and I should treat myself. So yeah, this is what I have for this year. I've already started working on a few of these things, so I'm excited to show you guys what that progress is like, and maybe that'll be some of the content in my future YouTube videos and definitely YouTube shorts. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching.